Overages. This is all about investing no money out of your pocket by following simple steps and making big profits. This episode is concrete. That is, it's down to earth and it's not abstract. Today, I'm going to show you a step-by-step guide to claiming tax sale overages. This is a lucrative strategy most people don't even know exists. Today's episode is all about how to claim tax sale overages. The overage business is a process of one of many methods ordinary people use to create extraordinary financial success. In many years of researching, buying, and selling tax defaulted property at auctions, as an investor, I've seen this simple little known process generate overages of $30,000, $40,000, even $50,000. In some cases, in excess of $100,000 on one deal, and there are hundreds of these deals are available. What newcomers and beginners really like is there's no investment capital required to get started. They just need knowledge of what to do, the who, the what, the where, the when, and why of how to do the business. The challenge is beginners and newcomers must know where the money is and how to get it. For sure, they must ask for the money, and the government does very little in helping them do so. I want to be perfectly clear. If the former owner of a tax defaulted property asks the county to recover the overage money, the government will refund the money. However, the government does not actively search for those former owners. Again, if the former owner doesn't ask for the money will escheat. The word is escheat to the local government. Oh my goodness, what does that mean? My take on this whole overage business is that most defaulting property owners don't have a clue, and the government is not coming forward to tell them there is money waiting for them. My point is, escheat means the government is keeping and holding their money. How do you feel about that process? I don't have an authority to quote, but I can tell you my estimate is 90% of the property owners do not get paid. 90% of the overage money finds its way to the county and never leaves the county bank account. It's collected at the auction and it's kept by the county, deposited in the county bank account. I want to be perfectly clear on this. For clarity, if the defaulting property owner comes forward, completes the necessary paperwork, and requests the county refund the money, to do that, they'll do so. Unfortunately, most property owners do not understand what I've just announced. Take a moment and imagine over 3,000 counties across this great country. These are all county governments, and they're silently allowing the money to escheat to the county. Like many things in life, you just don't know what you don't know. Today's episode is all about how to claim tax sale overages. Learning how to do this is not a 5-minute lesson. It's much, much more than that. However, here's some insight on what to do. Start with a list of auctions. Narrow the list to the properties that were sold for more money than the county originally asked. This will reveal overpayments or overages. Next, you need to locate the former owner. This is a challenge. The person is not sitting at the local park playing tennis or waiting for you to contact them with an offer. Expect that you'll have to hire a professional skip tracer to find the former owner. Some of them they'll find, others just disappear. If you do locate the former owner, your next step is to make a new friend. Most people are receptive when you explain that you know there's money for them. They don't believe you, and they're skeptical. Your next challenge is explaining you know where the money is, and you would like to receive a finder's fee for telling them where the money is. The hard part is you want a fee. Everyone hates to pay fees and commissions. This is quite different than just having a normal conversation. On paper, everything seems easy. Realistically, it's rare for people to agree with a money transaction if they don't know you, they don't like you, and they don't trust you. All that's going to take time. The major appeal for beginners and newcomers to the overage business is this. They expect huge rewards by sharing finder's fees for money that was owed to the previous owner. I'm quite serious when I'm saying huge amounts of money are made by the person who is successful at becoming a finder and sharing with the previous owner. There are many pluses in the business. First of all, you need very little capital to start. Secondly, you can do most of your work by mail, telephone, and the internet. In other words, you don't have to go to auctions and you don't have to put up a lot of money. I always recommend student investors seek out experienced attorneys. Now, the big word in that sentence is experience and other professionals. Why? Because the rewards of the defaulted property owner are exciting, not only for the finder, but also for the person sharing that money. Savvy investors find this information, develop strategies to find the person. The money is just sitting at the county. It's not lost. Sooner or later, it will escheat to the county and to the state. Savvy investors work out deals to find the previous owner or maybe the previous owner's relatives. I did not say it was easy, but it is possible. Now, I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you what's going on. The challenge is that county employees may be resentful and somewhat recalcitrant and stubborn about regarding information, and profit-minded investors are somewhat aggressive about trying to get information. All right, so you can see them bumping heads. So the challenge is that county employees may not give you information very easily. This all takes time and rapport building. The information you need is readily available at the county records. Only a few very hardy investors will put in the time and learn the process built into the laws that the county has mandated and must follow. So let's review. The state legislature in all states has created statutes, which are referred to as laws. The states require all property owners to pay property tax. If the property taxes are unpaid, the legislature has authorized the Board of the Supervisors or the county commissioners to mandate the treasurer give notice to the property owners of the default. If the property owner fails to pay, the treasurer will lien the property. Ultimately, they'll levy on the property, followed by seizure and then confiscation. The county wants their money. They will sell the property at a public auction to get their money. The public auction, anyone can attend. The starting bid is usually very close to the delinquent back taxes. Now, there are many instances where people bid well above the minimum bid. This excess bidding becomes overages, and that is what this video was all about. Curious about the next step in profiting from tax sale overages? Don't miss our upcoming videos, where I explain in more detail how to make money with tax sale overages. Check out the video. It's shown on the right of your screen. Don't forget to check out the description below for a special link to download your free gift.